guys, this is your warning. We do post up spoilers. At times we're relatively offensive. We use vulgar language. So if you think that any of those are gonna offend you in any way, shape, or form, take your step back right now. Because, buddy, this is not the place for you. Anywho, have fun listening to us. And, yeah, this has been your final warning.
Welcome to another chaotic episode of Cinematic Anarchy, where we are ending our Season 5 with what should technically begin a new podcast for us. We are going to be discussing the 1993 flick Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No, not the TV show, not Sarah Michelle Gellar, Christy Swanson.
The OG.
And with us today, to discuss the film, we have Miss Fara.
Hello! Why did I sound like ridiculously British?
I have no idea. That's
Hello,
your thing.
Mrs. Doubtfire here.
Going for Miss Doubtfire over there.
All right. Hello!
And we have Sarah from Chicks Talkin Flicks.
Hi!
Hello.
Oh, it's two Chicks Talkin Flicks. I've been wanting to meet you. Yes!
And, of course, we have Piper, who I'm having a little trouble hearing. You were loud and clear.
Hi.
You were loud and clear up until 2 seconds ago, and now you sound a little distant.
You can't, really?
Yeah.
That's not my fault.
See, there you go. Now you're projecting a little better. You brought the microphone a little closer.
Yeah, I'm almost deep-throating it.
Well, try not to swallow the microphone.
That just makes perfect.
Spitters are quitters.
Well, I mean, if you're choking on the microphone, you might want to spit it out.
Oh,
Some people like to gag. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yep.
I don't know, it's been a
Out of
few
my
years.
facial.
Get out of my face.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Come on,
And,
you got three girls here.
Probably the most famous line from that movie now is like, besides the, ooh, yeah, is get out of my facial.
Yeah, I always thought it was don't tread on me. But the get out of my facial, I think is, I agree.
It's like Hilary Swank became iconic in that one moment.
Oh, no.
God, right?
Sorry, I get that you guys like the Valley Girl sayings, but my favorite has to come from Stephen Root, where he's basically talking to Buffy. He goes, think of me as Gary Murray, party guy. Now you're on the drugs, right?
Is that the guy who plays the principal?
Yeah, that's the guy that plays the principal.
Oh, he's classic.
His
King of the hill, you know.
Detention.
Detention.
I think I got them all. Oh, wait.
Like, they're dead.
Detention.
They're dead.
The funniest thing he did was like, Hilary Swank starts screaming. He's just like, bonk.
Yeah.
That's like one of the few lines she has in the last 10 minutes of the movie is just her screaming at high pitch. Just,
What's with this coach? Why is he such a feel good?
I think the coach is also probably the
guidance
counselor, the guidance counselor for the school.
That's what I thought.
You were late today. Why don't you sit down and think about how that made me feel?
Yeah. I was like, he is not the original coach, I think. I think he is a temporary, like my kid's old school, the coach was the assistant principal that was also the gym teacher.
Oh, jeez. No.
Maybe he's a temporary coach because the other coach got a little bit in trouble for probably fondling one of the cheerleaders.
Oh.
Somebody got an ouchie.
Well, that never happened in the 90s.
Nobody just talked about it in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's a good one, too. I have to bring this up because I brought this up to Farah in the car, and she was like, wait, what the fuck? Did anybody else recognize Ben Affleck in this movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I have watched this movie.
Everybody.
Go ahead.
We have talked about this, Chris. We knew he was in the movie.
I had seen this movie I don't know how many times, and I had no fucking clue.
He was a brown tie.
That we have talked about this before. We even decided to do this episode.
We did?
We have
about
at least
Ben
3
Affleck?
times.
Do you have proof? Recorded conversations?
I don't
remember this.
How did I miss it?
You recorded the conversations, not me.
Okay, because genuinely I was surprised as hell that Ben Affleck was in this flick. So I had to roll it back. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Was that Ben Affleck?
Well, even more funny.
It's so 5 minutes
in the
ago.
group chat yesterday that Seth Green, who plays Oz in the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
he told me that
is in this movie, but his scene was cut.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually a picture on the internet that he posted somewhere where he was playing like a nerdy type of vampire.
He was supposed to be
I
in this
know.
movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he was like he.
I
filmed the
love.
scene
Yeah,
and
I
everything,
came
but
this
it got
close
cut.
to meeting him in November, but my fucking kid got sick.
So
I will talk about my meetings once we do when we start getting into the TV show itself.
I was gonna
Well, did
name
you
my
guys see
son after
Ricky
him.
Lake?
Okay, like
Ricky
Seth-
Lake. Yes, Ricky Lake was the waitress
Oh
that
yeah.
they threw
In
change
this
at.
movie,
That
I
didn't
never
notice.
noticed that before.
Yeah.
I didn't know Ricky Lake was in this movie.
The bar scene right after they get out of the
Yeah.
movies, they have Pike and what's his name? Why am I not remembering the other guy's name?
David
now?
Arquette.
Hillary Swank walks in with the
His friend.
yellow jacket,
Oh.
I didn't notice Ricky
and the
Lake.
two guys
Yeah, I
are
know what
getting
you
the
mean.
hot dog. She's the waitress that they get the hot dog from.
Oh, wow.
Before
I was like, hey, that's Ricky Lake.
before David
Yeah.
Arquette gets his dog unceremoniously slashed for sticking it in Buffy's face.
That
Well,
wasn't
I
David
mean-
Arquette who did that.
That's
David
his
Arquette was still at the
fault.
bar, wasn't he?
No, he was the one that got slashed. He got his hot
I
dog
thought that
cut.
was her. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Essentially, he got a Buffy circumcision.
I ruined my hot dog.
Actually, I think he got a Buffy transition.
Right before Luke
That
Perry
was
choked on a
basically-
mouthful
that
of bun.
was basic-
Oh my god.
That was basically that was like the pre. Buffy should have went to medical school and did all the male to female transitions because she got it on Snap.
I don't know. I mean, I
Started
feel
with the wiener, ends with the wiener.
that's-
I totally forgot about his sister being in the movie.
I feel like she could do that. She could do the split tongue thing. She could do
yeah.
Oh,
that.
she definitely could.
Ah.
I'm not sure I'd trust
like-
her with a gender transition.
Well, I mean,
sister?
she did do it on a wiener.
I mean, she
Yeah,
was
which
kind of
sister?
ditzy.
Patricia.
I don't think she'd do good in
or
medical
Alexis.
school.
Patricia, Alexis, what?
Ugh, that 90s
You
hair.
said his sister was in this movie.
Oh, Alexis.
Oh, Alexis. Yeah, Alexis Arquette.
Yeah.
Was she playing a man or woman?
I
Took
don't
over
remember. It was
as the DJ, right?
But
The one
I don't
that
even
pushed
remember.
Flash out of the way.
So she played a man. Oh my God, that was her.
Yes.
Well, it's one.
I
of the
didn't
things
know till I
always had
checked
to ask, 'cause
IMDb.
Even as a woman, she still played male parts because she, even as a woman, she played Caligula in Xena for like 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was. This was pre-transition though.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay.
Well, like I said, I still had to ask because even when she was transitioning, she
Yeah.
still played male parts.
I didn't even recognize Slash because Slash didn't look like Slash
Snarling.
at all.
Yeah,
Flash, that
I
guy
didn't-
From
I
one
didn't
of
even
those
remember.
bands.
Yeah,
What
he
is-
was the DJ that got pushed out of the way by Alexis
with
Arquette.
hair.
That was him.
Yeah, that was him.
This guy kind of looks like O.J. Simpson. That's what I thought the first time I saw it.
Oh my God.
A
If that was
skinny
the case,
OJ.
we have all the hits in the 90s. In
Oh
one
my
movie.
god, right?
Oh boy.
Okay, so the one thing that I had a real problem with was the actual cheerleading. They were just like
Right.
shaking the pom poms. I'm like that. Maybe I'm used to seeing like Glee and everything where it's full gymnastics, and then they show her doing the like why.
This is early '90s cheerleading
maybe
in a
I
movie.
forget how like
Okay, I got a question. Who the hell thought spandex under a crop top and a skirt was sexy?
Again,
Like, I've never seen that in any
Spandex,
cheerleader movies from
right.
the 80s or 90s or 2000s, except
yeah.
in Buffy. Another reason
okay,
to not like the
any
movie.
Lot of
late
spandex.
'80s, early '90s movie that took place in a gym or a high school essentially had those kinds of outfits.
Oh, he's gonna eat her earring. Oh my god.
It's not a good look. It happens. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend?
Yeah,
eating her
I
earring?
don't think he was about to eat her earring. Ugh,
I didn't like the depiction of Joyce in this movie either. Like, they
Joyce.
were like
I
absentee,
don't
like
think- I don't
horrible
even think
parents.
her name was Joyce. It's like, you know,
Oh,
if you
she
look
was
at
the
TV
worst,
shows,
yeah.
she was a considerate mother, like a caring mother who couldn't connect with her daughter.
the
but
TV
still
the
tried.
movie-
This one didn't give a fuck what her daughter
She
did.
didn't. She's like, "You're home late," or like, she was like, "What time is it?" But she didn't care that she was home so late. She just wanted to know what time it was because they're going out.
Right.
They were worried because she was worried about being late.
Yeah, she didn't care where the daughter
like-
was. The daughter's getting
Like,
felt
and
up.
Buffy,
It's whatever.
Buffy's mom in the show would not allow a boy to stay over without the door being open. This one's leaving them to go on a trip with the boy already there.
Yeah.
Everywhere that you look for that credit, though, has this woman listed as Joyce.
Does
Really?
it?
Yes.
Do they
I
ever
don't-
say her
Oh,
name?
wow.
I don't think that they have it listed in the credits at the end of the movie. I think it's just Buffy's
Just an
mom.
IMDb.
But
Yeah.
I think every place else that you look up that credit, they credit it as Joyce. in spite of the fact that technically,
They don't say her name.
Night and day characters.
Very night and day. Well, I mean...
Well, mothers don't get...
If you look at Buffy herself from the show and the movie, very night and day characters. This Buffy is a stupid airhead. Buffy
Right.
in the show, she has some airhead tendencies, but she did have some smarticles. She wasn't completely stupid. She was like, she was a valley girl you could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want to know something that bothers me?
What bothers you?
Yes, please.
So, the cheerleaders wear purple and gold cheerleading uniforms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The basketball players, when not playing basketball, wear a purple Letterman jacket. But their uniforms are blue and gold.
Really?
Which makes
What's
no
up with
sense.
that?
Maybe they couldn't find blue spandex.
I mean, there's
that
high demand
irritates
for
me.
spandex in the early 90s.
It's a misogynistic way to say that the cheerleaders are as much of an accessory as the jackets were.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
No, their jackets look... Oh, the Letterman jackets are purple.
Right.
But their
Yes.
uniforms, you said, are blue? Or they, like...
Yeah, they're like a
Borderline
royal blue
was the
and
cast
gold.
was the
Sarah's
costume
not wrong here.
department. Were they
There's a difference.
colorblind? The costume department. They're really cutting the budget there by
This
having a
thing-
colorblind
That also happens
costumer.
on the show Degrassi, and it drives me bananas.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Because
God.
I
school
didn't
colors are
notice
usually
it.
pretty solid. They're not
they'll
all
have
over the
two
place
colors.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's normally like...
Do you remember what ours was?
If you're going to go
Green
with
and
purple
white.
and gold, which is what we're established in the very beginning of the movie, with their... I won't lie, that dance was a little catchy. But, like, it's
Stephen
established that their colors are purple and gold, and next thing you know, during the basketball game where Buffy's, like, taking down a vampire at the same time, you know, their colors, like, the cheerleaders are dressed in purple and gold, while the basketball fuckers are in blue.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It doesn't make any sense because now you don't know who they're cheering for. Who are you cheering for?
I
We're
know,
just
right?
cheering for ourselves.
What was the other team?
You know what? Those in the purple and gold, they're cheering for the dudes in red.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I have to ask a question. Because I've seen some of these weird cheers that they do, like back when cheerleading was not considered a sport in movies. Because we have a lot of movies now that consider cheerleading a sport. This is not one of them.
This is just a shake.
So one of the cheers that they do, I'm trying to understand, how loose is your
funky is
goose?
your chicken?
How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? And then they're like,
And their
our
goose
goose
is
is
totally
totally
loose.
loose. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I don't know if you want to be cheering that out loud to
Yeah.
anybody.
My
It's
goose
fine. They're
is
admitting
totally
they're all
loose.
hoes. And I ain't mad at it. No hope shaming here.
But I gotta
I mean-
tell you, cheer. You know, I've done that cheer several times, and that wasn't our mascot.
I think they just
I
have...
had never heard that before.
I think it's all just barnyard animals they're talking about. Because
Well, that would have been good at the Aggie.
They're the hogs.
Yeah, except we didn't have teams.
I'm trying to figure out why they have a team called the Hogs in the middle of California.
Oh my god.
Well, it also, I mean, but you also have to think, like, it kind of plays into where the TV show goes, too, because when Buffy moves to Sunnydale, the team's name is the Razorbacks, which is a pig.
The Razorbacks, I understand.
That's a wild pig, isn't
That
it?
I
What?
understand.
Isn't a hog a wild pig? Like, I mean, can
be,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
hogs in the
Razorbacks,
wild?
if you
Yes.
take Razorback versus Hog, Razorbacks are technically a much more vicious version of just a regular hog. When you say
Well, maybe
hog,
when they were doing the movie, they were trying not to possibly piggyback off of a complete, like, actual team's name. One second.
well, you hear the word hog, and the first thing you're thinking is barnyard animal. You hear Razorback,
Or cop.
you're not...
Oh, that's pig.
no, that's pig. No, sorry to any cops that might be listening. Anyway, I'm not cop shaming. No. Well, some of them I am, but that's for a completely different reason.
I know, my dad was a cop, but I'm anti-cop. What's wrong with me?
But when you hear Razorback, it paints a different image altogether.
She wasted my dog!
Yes. We're playing the movie in the background, and at this point,
She did the slice.
yeah, David Arquette has a split wiener. This was also one of my favorite things in the film.
It'll
There was
be
a
totally
running
cherry.
gag between Donald Sutherland and Luke Perry, where every time Donald Sutherland would show up in front of Luke Perry, somehow he would pass out.
Nah. Really? I didn't notice that.
He's like, "Do you know this guy?" Yes, he has a tendency to pass out when I show up.
Oh my god. David Arquette, I've never been a fan of. He just seems like a big goof.
He's not Giles in this. This is not Giles. I forget not Merrick. What is the guy's name in this?
This is not.
Now I'm gonna have to look
Merrick?
it up. No, Merrick is the Rutger Hauer's character in this.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the name of Donald Sutherland's Watcher character, which right now is escaping me, but it won't in a minute. Oh, it is Merrick. Okay, so Donald Sutherland is Merrick. Lothos is the one played by Rutger Hauer. Pardon me for mixing up my old Buffy lore, because this had nothing to do with anything.
I just watched this and I already forgot the names.
But Merrick as a Watcher is far more fucking stalker creepy than Giles ever was.
Yeah.
He's also not as funny.
Well, Donald Sutherland's not really funny to begin with. I can't think of a single thing.
No comedic timing.
Has he ever even smiled?
No, wait. I'm wrong. Donald Sutherland did do one movie that was unintentionally funny for his performance.
What was that?
The old Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie.
Did pass up.
There's this whole scene, it's been memed everywhere, where, like, the people that were invaded or were basically replaced in the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, whenever they see a human, basically they open their mouth wide and just point. Ah! And there was this whole, it's been memed everywhere, just this picture of him with his mouth just wide open, pointing ahead, eyes bulging.
That. Yeah.
Unintentionally funny.
How do you not tread on the earth?
Unintentionally funny.
Yeah, oh my god.
I've seen a lot of movies recently that I've seen, like, people do roles that I didn't realize they were involved in, and I'll have to look it up later because I want to send you some information on an old Jeff Goldblum flick where he was a rapist.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he was a gang guy and a rapist, which was really fucking weird.
That is weird.
I'm like, that's...
See, now look at her gymnastics. Why isn't the team doing that? I mean, I've seen 5-year-olds
because she is the Slayer
doing more gymnastics in their cheer routine.
You got to think about it this way: like when you're trying to put one person, like if you think about the show, like, and we're gonna have to keep referencing the show. It's like into every generation, a Slayer is born, one girl in all the world.
Right.
It's like in this movie, they're trying to set up that one girl.
But they've already established.
She's gonna stand out a little bit.
So that makes sense. She's gonna be
Why does this version of Buffy have to be the same version every era though? Like, because even the old Buffy looked like her.
What old Buffy?
Oh. No, I'm saying in the movie when they go into the past, medieval Buffy looks like her.
I can explain this from an episode of Charmed.
Okay.
Oh.
There's an episode of Charmed called "Pardon My Past" where Phoebe's past self in the 20s was evil. But she also recognized her cousins who looked who looked exactly like her sisters, except for, different style, different haircut. And it's the thing is, the soul recognizes soul. That's why it looks similar to the person we see in the future.
You're explaining Joss's universe with something from Aaron Spelling.
I surely am. Hey,
okay. Do not 90210 Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please. Oh my god.
It must be cold in there too, because she's at alert.
It's charming.
In spite of the fact that the TV show fucking reuses that set.
Really?
The set that they use for the high school in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show, was also the same courtyard that they used for the school in 90210.
Oh.
Well, there's also a house that is famous in, like, it's called Murder House, like in American Horror Story. It's also used in Buffy season 4.
Oh, really? I can't wait to get to that.
Fraternity.
I love American Horror Story.
We will get into that around the end of March when we start doing this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's put a pin in that.
We got a bit before we get to season
it's March.
4,
I'm like, that's months away. It's March now. What?
Right, the end of March.
Yeah, but still, wow.
Not that far away.
Right?
I want to know why
I feel like January took forever.
Oh, you want to know what?
He can just tell Buffy to come follow him to a graveyard.
But she just does.
Where's the stranger danger in this movie?
Right?
That's so not the sitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Right. He's just like, no, come on, we have to go. I'm like, no.
Sorry, it's past your medication time, buddy.
Can we also get into Rutger Hauer? Like, going, please.
All right.
Please.
I mean, the second that he starts Freddy Kruegering her, I've seen you in your dreams. I know what your dreams are about. It's
my
like,
God.
dude, nope, go away. I would be out of there. I don't know.
But like, excuse me, sir, I saw these movies and I know how they end. Okay, bye.
Yep.
Mind you, she's not particularly bright. This is the same girl that a few scenes earlier was like, ozone layer? Yeah, we have to do away with that.
Yeah, right.
What?
And
what? Okay.
What's a plague on this earth? Bugs.
Bugs.
I know, right? Oh my God. But I was really disappointed there was not like a big bug theme at the end, at the prom scene. They didn't decorate.
Love how we just end up with a bunch of flowers.
I know.
Flowers.
What's that got to do with anything?
Like, what did the flowers do to you?
It's a plague.
Don't you like getting those
the
from your
flowers are a plague.
Like, girl,
We gotta do away with them.
Valley girl of the 90s. You must love it when your man buys you gifts like flowers and chocolates.
Oh my
feel
God.
Come on, guys. They have like 4 other dances they have to have
I know.
money for.
You know, and
But
IMDb lists it as the
final
prom.
dance.
It's IMDb
This
says
is the
it's the
final
prom.
dance before those other 4.
No.
But it's no, I know. I was like, wait, that's not the
It's
prom.
like the winter formal or
yeah,
something
it's like
that.
something. Well,
Or
how do they
summer
have
formal.
4 dances
They had
in
the-
1 year?
I
Ugh.
mean, we had 4 dances, but we had one. No, wait, we might have just had homecoming and prom.
Yeah.
There might have
See,
been one smaller
our
one in
school, we
between.
didn't even have a junior prom. We had senior prom, and we had a few minor little dances.
I was that guy that never went to any dance.
Oh, well.
Didn't go to any dances.
You know.
Lame.
Why the hell am I
Right.
going to go to a dance at an agricultural school? I went to one in my
It was
freshman
fun.
year.
We brought some Goldschlager. Remember that?
I think it was that first
Is
one.
that alcohol?
Oh, God, yeah.
That's the.
It had pieces of gold flakes in it.
It's like
It was
cinnamon flavored.
fancy.
It's like cinnamon
I'm
flavored
not trying to
alcohol.
have my shit be sparkly.
Right?
We keep
Oh, I
talking
know.
over
I
each
never
other.
tried.
I don't need my shit sparkling at me from the toilet.
Oh, no. He says we're talking over each other.
Oh, no, I'm just saying we're all talking over each other, so none of this is going to make sense to anybody. We're talking to each other, but we're all talking over each
Okay,
other.
well, you didn't say you had to make, there was a format. I thought it
Well,
was just...
There is sort of a format. We
No,
have to
I know.
understand that, people are going to listen to this,
Ah.
and they're going to have to decipher the 3 different conversations, 4 different conversations, all being held at the same time.
Well. At least you don't have the volume on the movie.
Can
Oh, well.
we talk about Hilary Swank and why she's kind of a bitch in this movie?
I mean, no. Like,
Why?
you're like stepping on her toes.
Oh my God.
Like, that jacket would have looked
Robert
phenomenal
Burman.
on Buffy.
It looked ugly on
And
her.
She
So
was
in
a
horror
real
movies,
hater.
do they not have coffins? Like, how did the guy just gets out of the grave? Like,
You're over here focused on one thing. We're talking about Hilary Swank.
no,
being a bitch.
I know.
You're
My
like,
ADHD brain it's in both places.
you're
okay?
legitimately watching the movie, and we're like over here, like Hilary Swank's a bitch. Yeah,
Alright.
but this guy in the coffin.
All right, quick note on that one. So she hasn't answered because it's been answered in the TV show. Yeah, they're in coffins. They've punched their way through it and dug their way up. Because
Oh.
you're just focused on the fact they may not have a coffin. You're not focusing on the fact that they're buried 6 feet underground.
Yeah.
Well, this is also insinuating that the people in this universe do not immediately turn into
Yeah,
vampires.
right?
Like, they are dead for a period of time before they resurrect.
Yeah, I mean, well,
They're
how long
only
is
dead
it
for
dead?
about
3,
24
4
hours, even in the TV show.
Well, this
Yeah,
one
but-
just got out of the grave. I mean, you don't get buried the same day.
I have buried somebody before.
Yeah.
It does not take that little time.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I have to bring up like 3 different things here. First of all, Hilary Swank was being a bitch because she realized that next year she had to do the next Karate Kid. So the entire film, she's like, "Oh my God, what did I get myself into?" You know.
Shit on that movie so much, and it was
And wait,
not that bad.
Oh, it was horrible.
His friend is just floating
No,
in
it
the air,
wasn't.
and he thinks he's just drunk. How
you
much
think
did
Buffy
he drink?
the
He's
Vampire
just
Slayer
floating.
movie is good,
Right? This
and
movie
then
was
you hate on the next Karate Kid.
this movie was great. The
It
next
was
Karate
alright,
Kid
yeah.
sucked. Ralph Macchio all the way.
This movie was not great. But let's get back into Hilary Swank being a bitch.
Nah.
Okay.
What was
Like I
your
said-
other? You had 3 points.
Well, I think Hilary Swank's
Yeah.
that girl that you get in certain groups that sort of she's disgusted by everything. Like everything's below her, beneath her.
Yeah.
You know, she's more than willing
She's
to
$1 million
kind of
baby.
she's more than willing to kind of put down her friends for her own benefit. Like when she talked about that jacket being so last year,
But
and
then
then
she
went and
bought
bought
it,
the
yeah.
jacket. She's like, I don't want you to
It
have
wasn't
it.
last
friend.
year. It was so 5 minutes.
5 minutes ago,
Oh my
yes.
god. Okay, so 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
And now it's retro because it's 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
But like Buffy
retro.
had on yellow Doc Martens, and that jacket would have been phenomenal.
Oh my
with
god.
The yellow
How
Doc
did I
Martens.
miss the Doc Martens?
It's
Wow.
when she leans over that other guy to make out with her
Oh,
boyfriend
yeah,
in the car.
yeah. Just sticks
Right.
her ass in his face.
Yeah, the worst kiss scene ever.
Yeah.
Just, why would you
I'm-
dive over another guy to kiss your boyfriend?
Right?
This guy is
Make him
obviously
jealous.
trying to summon all of his willpower not to
To
just
not
grab her ass.
In a mini dress at that.
Right? Why wouldn't she go
But,
around?
I mean, I'm gonna go back to that jacket. I thought that jacket was ugly from the get go. I was just like, ew.
I'm not a fan of
Really?
yellow.
In early 90s fashion, it wouldn't have been considered
Yeah,
ugly.
no.
Now it just
Yeah.
looks horrible.
I mean,
Ugly.
Oh my god,
Really?
look at
I thought it
the
was really
mother's
cool.
sweater. I didn't notice
I
the
thought it
mother's
was
sweater.
ugly, but it was even uglier when the other girl who wanted to be part of the popular crowd, Jenny, I think Jennifer, her name is, like she's the quiet one who just goes along with everything, shows up in a black leather jacket with like graffiti painting on it. I was like, bitch, that's ugly on you too.
Just stop. Ew.
But did you see the mom's sweater? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
bedazzled and
the woman who
everything.
plays Joyce in this wears some really tacky clothes.
Mm.
Like, horrible. Horrible.
That's just funny because the woman who played Christine Sutherland, who plays Buffy's and plays Joyce in the TV show, she's talked about the wardrobe that she had. And she's like, some of it was just so unflattering. It's like, but you weren't supposed to be a mom. You weren't supposed to be sexy. You didn't become
Yeah.
sexy until you. We'll talk about that later. Never mind. Anyway, I'm not trying to ruin things for Farrah here, who's going to be joining us on the other.
Oh, I watched one episode. No, two now, I think, of the show.
Yes,
You know,
that
and I looked up
that
her
got
mom
you caught up
then.
on all the seasons.
The woman who played her mom then was younger than us now. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
She was
Well,
42
Sarah Michelle
at the
Gellar was
time.
only 19 playing
Yeah.
a 16-year-old, so...
Remind me again. I
Same
don't
as-
feel old enough.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was the youngest of the cast until Eliza Dushku got on the scene.
Okay.
Because Eliza was 17 when she joined, and she had to get special permission to join it, and still had to go through schooling while she was on it.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we talking
Well,
about
it's
the
like
TV show suddenly?
Beverly Hills 90210 there.
Well, we
Like,
were talking.
they were all
We were
old.
talking about Joyce's, or the Christine Sutherland's
Yeah.
age when she played the mom.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, she looks kind of old, and then I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, man. She's like 4 years younger than me. Or like when I saw, oh god, what's her name? Melissa Joan Hart, like, as a mom of a teen
Playing a
one time.
grandmother?
Oh, even before that, when I saw her as a teen mom, I'm like, she's like my age. How does she have a teen? And then I was like,
remember
oh my
her.
god, I have a 17-year-old.
I remember her and Clarissa Explains It All.
I know.
Oh my god, me too!
Well,
tried to
how
get
is
her on my
Elliot Page
podcast.
37?
Did you really?
Wasn't he just Juno?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I talked to her like assistant or something, and he was gonna have her on, and then he never responded.
Oh,
That was very
On
sad.
whose?
Aw.
Who are we talking about?
the assistant to
Melissa
Melissa
Joan
Joan Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That would have been
know.
awesome.
It was very sad
Mm.
because she was in one of my favorite movies, and
Which one?
Can't Hardly Wait.
I have not seen that.
Oh,
Isn't
yes.
this the one with
Can't
also
Hardly
Jennifer
Wait.
Love
I don't think I saw
Jennifer
it,
Love
I
Huge
remember.
Tits?
Yes.
Hewitt,
Yes, and Seth Green, who's been mentioned.
Seth Green.
who Oz.
Oz.
Mm-hmm.
There were quite a few people in that movie that oh god, what is that guy's name? The lead guy from that movie.
From what movie?
Oh, Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry. That's why I wanted to say something else. Ethan something or other, but Embry was right. Okay. I think okay. So favorite scenes in this movie. Go. We'll start with you, Sarah.
I really like when I like the prom scene. I think that one's really good.
Mm.
And I really like when we have Pee-wee pretending to die.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Oh god, yes. Yes.
oh,
He continues it post credit too.
Oh, really?
So if you watch all the credits, the very last thing you see at the end of after the credits is him finishing his death scene.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Which was completely improvised.
We lost 4 people in this movie.
Oh, man.
That's
Yep.
sad.
That's what happens
And it's
with
not the
with
people
time.
you would think.
No. You'd think that Donald Sutherland would have gone before any of them.
When did he?
Because he was pretty old in this movie.
Like a year or so ago? When did he go?
Donald Sutherland?
Yeah.
He isn't dead.
He's
Donald
still alive.
Sutherland.
No, he's alive.
He's alive?
He's alive.
I thought he died last year. Who am I thinking of?
He's doing the Hunger Games movie up until they ended.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought he died
I hate
after.
to break it to you, but he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. Rutger
Okay, I
Hauer
believe
has
you.
died.
Yeah. Oh my God, I thought Donald
Luke
Sutherland
Perry
died.
has died.
So Donald Sutherland must be in his 90s, right?
Paul Rubens has died.
Yeah.
Who else has died?
Alexis
Arquette.
Arquette. Yeah.
Well,
So-
I was talking about the main
Alexa
people
thought
you
we were
see.
talking to her. Alexa just was like, what did you say?
So
Shut up, Alexa.
I know, right?
we lost Alexis Arquette, Luke Perry, Paul Rubens, and Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer.
Not Donald Sutherland.
Not Donald Sutherland.
Not Donald Sutherland.
And, of course, we also lost the career of Christy Swanson.
Oh my God.
Because she hasn't really
How
done
did
anything.
Yeah, why? You
She
thought
was
that
so
would have been
popular.
the... Really?
I don't
it's
think
like
I've
I've seen anything else she's
I don't
been
think
in.
she's a bad actress. It's just like after I watched this, I just wasn't a fan of hers at all because I'm just like, ooh.
I've seen her in
I
other
was
things.
looking for IMDb and I'm like, I don't think I've seen any of
The
these.
one thing that I remember her in outside of this, like, that sticks out prominently, is her role. She was the bitchy ex-girlfriend that dumped Adam Sandler in the beginning of Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she thought she was above him. So that's...
And
I
then she
remember
gets
that.
with the guy with the old balls.
Yes. And then the only other person that
Ruffy
I
sack.
remember... The only other movie I remember her specifically for, and it's only because I sat down and watched this film from beginning to end, and it was horrible, Highway to Hell.
Oh, I thought you was about to say Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You're ringing.
Morgan, they're bringing her back at 10.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Them. I was like, yeah, well, my door's unlocked. My mom's home. They'll
Yes.
be fine.
Okay. Somebody's going to be there.
They have their own phone. They're 10.
All right. So moving on to you, Piper. Favorite scene. Scenes.
There's this part at the end of the movie where everything just stops and there's nothing else.
Oh, you
Not
do
me.
that too often. You're not taking the cop out this time. Pick a scene. You do that too much.
If you would have listened and got out of my facial, you would have heard me say just kidding. But Paul
I don't
was
listen.
just seen before and post credits.
Okay. So
And Hillary Swank getting her head shoved into a wall.
Yes, Hillary Swank. I like that. That one's a good one.
Yep.
Okay. Just
He's
Just
like,
Stephen
she
Root
didn't
just
actually-
having
it
enough of the
deserves
screaming, just-
to have her head just like
Oh my God.
shoved into a wall. That cross-eyed thing where she does.
okay. And now you, Miss Farah.
Well, the detention slips, what's his friend floating there when Pike thinks
right.
he's just drunk.
Get
Like,
away, man! You're floating.
How drunk do you have to be floating to the second floor?
Where he's looking out the window down at the ground below, going, "Are you on something?" No, I'm definitely not.
It doesn't fit. It's figuratively you get high. You don't literally get high.
David Arquette outside the window. I'm hungry. Let me in. I'm hungry. It's
He was angry at that point.
Okay, I
He
saw
was
something
angry.
recently that if a cop is a vampire and he has a search warrant for a house, can he go in the house without being invited?
He's technically
A
been
search
given legal
warrant is not
permission.
That's what I
I'm about
thought.
to say a search warrant does not equal an invitation. Because in any lore, anybody invited to the house has to be invited by somebody who actually lives in that house.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's true.
Someday we will have to figure that out. I did not realize this. This is Thomas Jane
Oh,
right there. Thomas Jane
really?
plays Zeph the
So
mechanic in
young.
this film. He was a lot younger here.
Ooh.
I mean,
Nice
a lot of
beard.
people are a lot younger in 1993.
Well, of course, yes. Many years younger.
Oh my God.
He was a lot younger
that was,
here.
What, 30 years ago?
Because chronologically,
31 years ago?
31, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a long
Well, you
time
said it
ago.
was made in 92.
92.
Like, wow. Jesus.
But I think the original release, like whatever the original festival release for this was 92. And then it got
Well,
wide
you also
release
gotta-
93.
You also got to realize, as an actress, a lot of movies back then took longer to go, from script to the
Yeah.
pre-production, development, post-production, and then into the theaters, and then an actual release to home video. Now, they get almost everything done 6 months of filming, 2 months of
Yeah,
editing,
it's
and all that
faster.
other shit. Goes to the theaters, and within 3 months later, it's on digital and
Streaming.
physical release.
And, yeah.
I will mention my 2 favorite scenes after I ask a quick question. Does anybody else feel
Okay.
like Luke Perry's van looks like what if
Scooby-Doo
this? It looks like the Scooby-Doo van. It had been abandoned 20 years
Yeah,
since the
it's
cartoon.
very rusty.
Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
You want to know an interesting fact?
Sure.
That van is the reason that Buffy's gang is called the Scoobies, because they also put Oz in the same type of van.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
They called them the Scoobies because Oz had a van.
Oh.
Like
I
it's
assumed
like,
it was something
it's
else.
It's the whole mystery van type of connection.
Oh, I missed the face tat. He's got the teardrop.
That's just random
mean,
vampire.
unless-
No,
guy.
I know.
It's like most of us know I have a thing for a man in a leather jacket, and when Pike shows up at that school dance, I was like, "Whoo, girl, he could have danced with me."
So I very quickly, I have 3 favorite scenes. Scene number
So,
1, when Donald Sutherland throws the knife at Buffy's face. She's like, "You
Oh,
threw
yeah,
a knife at my head."
But she got it.
And I was wishing it would have went through.
Only
then you're
because
right there.
of my realization, my second favorite scene is when the rando basketball vampire guy growls at Ben Affleck, and he's like, "Oh my god, here, just have the ball."
Yeah, right?
He
He
had
had more
the,
squeamish than a girl.
for all of a second and a half in the movie, Ben Affleck had the same face that Hilary Swank had throughout most of the movie.
Okay, and here's the other thing. She says she can tell when one's near if she's getting cramps. But how do you know? What if it is that PMS time?
Well, that's just the funny part. Good thing my PMS is now a superpower.
Right? So she's just gonna begin it.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
like the
during that
secret
actual
weapon,
time,
just
she
said,
starts
yeah.
attracting the vampires. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh my God. Like,
Well, I mean,
like
being in heat.
like we used to think, and you
They
can't
can
go
smell
swimming
blood.
because the sharks will smell if you go swimming. You know.
Well, it's like, vampires literally can smell blood. They smell the iron.
Right.
Oh. What if you were just on
And what is
iron
your
pills?
third scene?
My third favorite scene is part of the dance scene at the end, where Buffy's walking through that group of vampires. The 5 of them, like, bust through the door and all just stand at the threshold. She's like, "Don't worry, they can't come in. They haven't been invited." And then Hilary Swank just pops up. She goes, "But I invited them. What? They're seniors."
Like, you can shit on Hilary Swank as much as you want, but I actually like her as an actress.
Yeah.
Hilary
yeah,
Swank did
me
a good
too.
job here. Again,
Yeah.
matter of opinion, I did not like her in The Next Karate Kid. I did
See, I
not.
never saw that.
Mind you, I've already noticed this opinion, like just checking chat forums, that guys did not like her role in The Next Karate Kid,
Oh, yeah, that's not
whereas
surprising.
women loved her role
Yeah.
in The Next Karate
Yeah,
Kid.
yeah.
So it seems to
I'm not
be
gonna sit there and say it's like she's the best Karate Kid ever. Like,
no.
it's like I just
Oh,
think,
that was
I just
definitely
think it was
Jaden
just
Smith.
different.
He was the best.
Yeah, Jaden. Yeah,
Oh, right.
definitely.
Oh, you're
Oh, sure.
You are
Will
so
Smith's
full
kid.
of shit that the toilet is
Yeah.
jealous.
Oh my God! Right? No way.
I was bored last night, and you know
You
how
mean a nepo baby?
we do those pitch storm things, and my brain just started rolling for a minute. It's like, you know what I want? You know what I want? I want a really low budget, bad remake of the Karate Kid, like an off-brand Karate Kid, but it's Finn
Who
Wolfhard
would
playing
you-
the Karate
oh,
Kid,
yes.
and for some fucking reason, he's being trained by Mike Tyson.
Oh my God! Wow. Or Hilary
For some
Swank.
reason.
Hilary
Hilary
Swank's
Swank,
training.
yeah, oh yeah, that would definitely be better. Just Hilary Swank is training him.
Right.
No,
Finn
because then you
Wolfhard.
wouldn't have that funny ass lisp
Jeez.
that Mike Tyson and his high ass
yeah.
voice that he's famous for.
Then Hilary
true.
Swank has to be the trainer on the other side, the one that
Or she's the
the
ref.
Cobra
She's got
Kai
a little
trainer.
cameo as a ref.
Oh God, no!
she's got to like be a badass evil Cobra Kai
Oh
trainer.
yeah. She could be.
Because
You can't do that to Julie San.
she's had some roles where she kind of plays a bit of a badass.
Yeah.
There's a couple of
Million
films.
Dollar Baby.
Yeah.
Million
Dollar
Dollar Baby
Baby.
was amazing.
Love it. Loved it. Oh my gosh, so much.
Right? I think that was
I just-
mostly because everybody loves Clint Eastwood's films. For the most part, Clint
I
Eastwood
don't
does
like
some
him as a
really
person.
good fucking films.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't deny her acting ability.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
That's
Oh,
like
the
you. It's
Oscar.
like. So did you not like? I mean, we're going a little off subject here, but we're still talking about somebody in the movie. Did you not like Next Karate Kid because of Hilary Swank, or just because of the movie concept itself?
I think it's maybe because of the fact that I was steeped in the old Ralph Macchio films.
Yeah.
So I had watched all the Ralph Macchio films, and when you hear Next Karate Kid, I guess just Hilary Swank didn't feel right. Didn't have the same kind of feel as the Ralph Macchio led film.
Well, I mean, no film when you switch to another actor is gonna have that same feel.
Yeah.
True.
Even if you had the same teacher, rest in peace, Pat.
It's like the Ghostbusters. Oh my god, people lost their shit with the female Ghostbusters. Like, oh my god,
that's because that one sucked.
I liked it.
It was hard.
Like a 6 out of 10.
That one sucked. Massive floppy donkey dick.
I don't know. I maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10 for me.
I'll give it like a 2, considering they were just trying to. It's one of the things they were just trying to role reversal it. It wasn't like they were trying to do. Like,
are we rating this movie?
Which one?
Which one are we rating?
Are we still talking about Buffy? Let's bring it.
No, I'm sorry. Did we somehow start rating like the next Karate Kid? And
no, let's just
then we
save that for another.
Female Ghostbusters. Oops. All right, back to Buffy.
Right.
Oh, but I don't. Paul Rubens. Oh my god, I can't believe that I didn't know Paul Rubens was in this. When
I didn't know?
I didn't.
No, I mean I was a kid when I saw this.
One point there is a part where he says something like, I think right outside the van to a couple other vampires, and I'm like, okay, that totally looked and sounded like Pee-wee.
Oh my god. Oh, I loved him. Oh my god, so much.
Right.
But I don't think I would have recognized him.
That's also one of my favorite lines in the film right there. We just passed by it. Kill him a lot.
Kill him a lot. Oh yeah. That's a good one.
But that's all Pee-wee. That's all Paul Rubens. He's funny as hell, but
the guitar just disintegrates when he hits the guy. Like, why? What did you think you were gonna do? Why did you keep it in the case? Hit him with a case.
He's been in a few other things where he's really good. Like he was in the Blues Brothers, the original Blues Brothers movie. No, not Luke Perry. Luke Perry is just Luke Perry.
I know. I'm like, what?
The only time that I've seen Luke Perry do something that didn't feel like Luke Perry, that was like Riverdale. Didn't really feel like Luke Perry, him playing the dad.
Another one I never saw.
And
I mean, he was a dilf.
8 seconds where he played the Bronco Buster. That was kind of not Luke Perry.
Oh, so I never
or
saw
Bull Rider,
never
sorry.
saw
Well,
it.
he was not a Bronco Buster.
Oh. Was that something seconds? 8 seconds?
8 seconds, yes.
Okay.
That was a good movie. Okay, so we're going to go back around.
I get disappointed that when they get stabbed, like, nothing happens. Like...
Stabbed, no?
Well,
in the stake.
You gotta think it was
there's
the 90s.
There's no special effects.
The late 80s movie.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have the dusting like we do now.
The only real special effect you saw was when the holy water hit
special effects.
Hit David Arquette's face. That's the only special effect they gave to any damage to the vampires.
God, what was the budget on this?
They couldn't even get the cheerleaders to look like they've ever cheerleaded before.
Ooh, look, I can be a cheerleader.
Let's look at Buffy's fighting. Like she does not like she throws like a kick, a couple of kicks, a couple of punches. It ain't like the TV show. It's like, but you also got to think about it. Like when they were doing the TV show, they had to think about, okay, Buffy's in high school. Like, I mean, of course they retconned stuff, and she was a sophomore when she went to high school instead of a senior, like she was in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things they got to think about. She really doesn't have time to be burying bodies and then trying to get to school and trying to get home and all this other stuff. So they had to have something where they're like, poof, gone.
Just
I think. First of all, we'll get back to why the cheerleaders sucked in this, and I think it's just because the only thing the cheerleaders were meant to do in this, it's Joss Whedon. It's Joss. He just had the cheerleaders there because, look, they're bouncing around. That's it. Horrible choreography.
You do realize that Joss was not the lead person on this project?
This is his film, though.
No.
Really?
It's his idea, but somebody else took the film and did it in a way he did not want it done. That's why he was happy to do the TV show where he had full creative freedom to do what he wanted and what he wanted the movie to actually be originally.
Well, it's kind of like Quentin Tarantino and True Romance. It was his idea, it was his screenplay, but somebody else directed and produced the film.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, that was their whole thing.
Yeah, that's why Joss Whedon was not proud of this film. As like, people can say what they want about Joss Whedon. He's a douche, he's a dick, and all that other shit. I agree. Yeah. But he did have a great creative mind when it came to film and television.
What's that noise?
I don't know.
Do we got a ghost in here?
I think we have a ghost in here. There's a lot of air or something coming over somebody's microphone.
Darth
Could
Vader.
be mine. Sorry.
It's okay.
It was very ghost sounding though. It was creepy.
I think we had to acknowledge it.
You got a ghost in you. I mean, that ghost needs to get out of your facial.
You got a
Yes,
ghost in
yes.
me. Oh. Okay, sorry. That's little Toy
Copyrighted.
Story
It's a little
riff.
copyrighted.
I changed the lyrics. No copyright
Right.
infringement.
It's a parody.
Also, I think it's only
Weird Al.
copyright infringement if you play the actual song.
Yeah.
I'm
if
not
you
playing
sing it a
the
cappella, it's different.
Oh,
I don't-
yeah.
I don't have the karaoke music going back up here. Even still, karaoke is where you get around that a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, you have to play like over 30 seconds of a song.
Oh, that's
That too.
true.
Yeah, that might have been half a second.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I'm on Twitch and people are subscribing and I have some Britney Spears playing and
this
it goes
jacket.
only, like, no more than 10 seconds, that's why I don't get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Look at this freaking jacket on. That's Rutger Hauer, right?
Yeah, Rutger Hauer.
my
His
It's like a smoking jacket, like they'd have very
his vampire was very, I don't know.
Hugh
old
Hefner?
school, very 18.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Like
Hugh
a robe.
Hefner.
Yeah, it's like a bathrobe.
You could definitely tell that he was
Please.
struggling.
I would wear that.
He wore
Not
lipstick.
in public though.
He wore lipstick
He
because
did?
you can tell in certain scenes he had heavy lipstick on because the makeup that they used in most of the other scenes washed everything out and just made him look pale and white.
They look really white there.
And then he would have scenes where
Did he
his
pick up a
lips were
cat?
like flush and red.
Oh yeah, he was eating the cat, right?
Yes,
It
he was
a
going to
snack.
eat the cat. That was the
Oh.
kitten was his meal.
Oh man.
So
Oh my god! Oh my
kitty
god!
chow.
That just made more sense.
What?
Sorry, I am sorry, Farrah. I'm about to ruin something. But it makes sense why demons gamble for kittens in Buffy, the show, now.
Right.
Because of that.
Oh.
The demons are for gambling for kittens because kittens are yummy.
Oh.
They're vegetarian.
They're
You
vegetarian.
eat kittens because you're vegetarian.
Well, I mean,
What?
kind of like on Twilight when they go and they.
Oh, okay, I get what you mean now. Damn. I had a
Yeah.
blonde moment. I had a Buffy moment.
Oh my
okay?
god. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Keep your hand
That
off
just
my
reminded me of, like,
fang.
that just reminded me, like, I used to work at a leather shop and someone came in. They were like, do y'all have any vegan leather?
Look at the.
I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I do not think of, like, plant materials as leather because leather's supposed to be from an animal. You just want plant materials to wear. So when they asked me, do you have any vegan leather? I was like, I think the cows ate grass before they died.
It's called pleather. Pleather.
Yeah, fake. Yeah, I would
Fake
never call
leather.
it. Yeah. Well, I was
But
surprised
yeah,
when
that was my
I
response.
the first
It's
hair
like,
dye I
think
had.
the cows ate grass before they died.
Like there was a hair dye that was vegan, and I'm like, I used to think like vegan was just, that you would eat. I'm like, I never thought of any other kind of animal product thing. I'm like, are you like supposed to eat this hair dye?
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah,
No.
they can
I mean-
use that for anything that's not animal based.
Well, it's like I knew vegan was like something that's not like animal based, but when they were talking about vegan leather, I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, all leather comes from animals,
Yeah.
and that's why I was just like, my first thought was just like, I think the cows just ate grass before they died.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't there to slaughter them.
I know. Well, you can be a vegan because like if you only eat animals that eat vegetables, right? That sounds right.
I'm a vegan once removed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I don't
okay.
eat animals that only eat vegetables. I don't like those carnivorous animals.
Right? No. Those
I
carnivorous
need my animals to be pure of mind and body.
Sorry, that cow ate a horse over there. We're not touching that.
Ew.
Just attack
Neg.
cows.
Look at these ears. How do
okay.
people not notice the ears?
That's
Outside,
another thing I wanted to get into.
I have to actually ask something. So after watching several of the basketball scenes, how is it they managed to find some guys, like the ones that you see mostly?
No,
For the
they're
most part-
great. Their outfits do look purple.
Okay, they kind of do look purple.
Maybe it depends on your TV.
Maybe your TV was a little off.
Yeah, okay, no. If you watch it while they're in the gym, it looks purple. But when he runs out of the gym and he's like in the carnival and whatever, it is
Oh.
blue.
Is it the lighting?
Okay.
Maybe the
Okay,
lighting
that
was
could be
off
lighting
in the
problems.
movie
Because
itself.
is that Ben Affleck?
They fucked up on color correction.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's right. I did notice him.
That's Ben Affleck with his Hillary Swank face.
I thought that
yes.
was him. Yeah.
Looking like he's all of 14.
He's like, yeah, here, take it.
You mean his Hillary stank face?
Hillary Stank face. And tell me, I misidentified this. I don't think I did.
What?
Now, I think it's because of the fact that what's her name? Natasha Lyonne was actually the first person that was offered the role of Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the TV show. So right after
That would've been
he
totally
hands
different.
off the ball and he's like, "Here, take it." In the front row over here, when they cut away,
Oh.
that looks like Natasha
her.
Lyonne.
Oh
Does
yeah,
it not?
she kind of does, but with
Yes.
braces. Yeah.
We're sitting here looking at something you guys
Just
can't.
the hair.
But it looks a lot like her.
In the
I also
front row
thought
at the game.
when I at first glance, I thought the girl who played Jennifer, the go-along popular girl, was Carrie Russell.
Oh, yeah. It looked like it.
It's the hair.
Natasha
It's like
Lyonne
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as Buffy.
Right?
She was the one that was
I
originally
I love her.
offered the role. She
She's
turned it down.
Really?
Yeah, and then it's like, and then we also had Charisma Carpenter, who played Cordelia in the show, who actually auditioned for Buffy, and Sarah Michelle Gellar actually auditioned for Cordelia.
Wow.
I could see those two maybe switching, but
Well, it's
Natasha Lyonne?
it's one of those things. I think
How does
Joss
Buffy know
was
how
kind
to-
of against
A motorcycle. She knows how to
Charisma
ride a
Carpenter's
motorcycle.
casting as Buffy for the simple fact that when Charisma Carpenter joined the cast, she was 27, and he knew he wanted to try to take, if he could take Buffy from a half season to a full thing, he needed her to be a little bit younger just in case she started showing her age.
Yeah, she did start showing it later seasons.
Yeah, and Charisma Carpenter, like I said, when she was first cast as Cordelia, she was 27 years old. I think she was the oldest teenage cast member.
So, the question that I had before we went off on a tangent here.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you look at the basketball teams, you have a group of people, the people that get most of the screen time, but the extras that played the basketball players all looked like they were a minimum of 45. Minimum. Like, there were some old motherfuckers trying to play teenagers there.
Look at all the old fuckers who played teenagers in Grease.
And I love how it's the parade of
I'm just saying.
the floral, the parade, the, what do you call it?
The parade?
The roses. The
Parade of Roses?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
No, I just love that.
This is like the homecoming parade that some people
randomly
have.
they're, at the
Parade of Roses.
Yeah.
They somehow
Rose Bowl.
They somehow managed to get into a place that has a bunch of like floats.
Yeah. It's
like a
Pasadena
carnival.
parade of floats, yeah.
Where he knocks her down and goes, "Somebody got an ouchie."
But that's a lot of work on the floats.
That's what Sarah brought up earlier.
How does this motherfucker call himself a god, but for some reason he turned into a vampire and dropped like 40 IQ points?
My question is why
now
do
I'm a
some
god.
of the vampires seem normal and can talk, and then the other ones are just like, "Boo."
I can answer that one.
You can? Sure.
Yeah, wait, are you just talking about like they talk, but it just sounds kind of mumbled?
No.
Like,
Some of them.
So
some of them get into this mode of me Tarzan, you Jane.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
They lose all
Arquette,
syntax.
he seems normal. He just really wants blood, right?
Yeah, he seems more
But
manic.
he can talk. And
Yeah.
he can,
I mean, when
you
you
know,
get
he
hungry,
remembers
sometimes
stuff.
you forget words,
The basketball guy, he just seems stupid to begin with,
I-
but
He was stupid in the beginning.
he can at least talk and whatnot. But then, like, the guys who go after Pike when he's by his van can't talk or anything. They're just like, grrr.
I mean, zombies.
You know.
Zombie. Oh, wrong movie.
Hold on. Grr.
I can answer that on an actor standpoint. If you have actual lines and words,
You get paid.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually get paid more
Yeah.
than just being an extra, because then if you talk, you're considered a featured extra.
Yeah.
If you only make sound effects, you're still basically a piece of furniture for the movie,
Yeah.
which means they don't have to pay you as much.
I just feel like those two guys and the two people at the grave
Oh, I
were
see his
more like
lipstick now.
zombies, less vampire.
Yeah.
Well, you also got to
they
think
forgot
about when
which
they
movie
first
they
come
were in.
out, they are kind of disoriented
I guess so.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a quick question for Piper, because she'd probably the first... actually, you can all try to answer this one. So, Buffy TV show, we're going to move over there for just a second. The very end, that Gur-Arg thing, it's basically he wrote a logo for himself with the name Mutant Enemy on it. Where does that come from?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't he do an X-Men thing beforehand?
Has nothing to do with that.
Oh.
So the logo, he was asked to basically write a logo for his own production company. He drew a logo within about 10 minutes using the name Mutant Enemy, which was originally what he called his typewriter back when he was first doing screenplays. That was the name of his typewriter.
Was it Joss Whedon?
Joss Whedon, yes.
That kind of makes sense.
So basically, he based that whole thing, that little thing that he does at the end, that Gur-Arg thing, is based off his typewriter.
Makes me wonder if that's that noise he made a lot of times while dealing with his typewriter.
Arg.
Does anybody else feel like Brad Pitt might have stolen a bit of his gig from Rutger Hauer in this film.
You mean like Interview
Interview with a Vampire?
That's another one I didn't really see, or if I saw it, I don't remember it.
You saw it, you don't remember it?
No, because it's complicated. It's like, if you think about it, when did Interview with a Vampire come out?
Oh God, many years later.
92?
No, wasn't it around the same time?
Well, if you think about it, Brad Pitt wouldn't have been able to steal that from Buffy because Buffy wouldn't have come out yet, or Buffy would have still been in production while he was working on Interview with a Vampire.
No, this is 94.
Oh.
This is
and this came out in 93.
The original run, the original release was 92. The full worldwide release was 93. And Interview with a Vampire came out in 94.
Wait a second.
I'm just saying.
We just went through this though.
We did? What did we go through?
We were talking about how long it took to make a movie back then versus now.
I'm thinking Interview with a Vampire probably took longer to make.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, production quality is very different to what you get with Buffy here.
Yeah.
Buffy, I could
definitely.
see having been thrown together and them using sets for a lot of this stuff.
Well, it's one of those things. There's a possibility that Rutger Hauer took his performance from Nosferatu, which came out, in the 30s, the 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way.
And then also, Interview with a Vampire took a lot of the same elements from Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Donald Sutherland, worst death scene ever. Horrible death scene. Just...
I just
He's
keep
dying
laughing
now?
at the
He
fact
looks like
he keeps
he's
calling her bitch.
He didn't
And
look
the way
like he
says
died.
it.
And next scene, by the way, after he dies, Christy Swanson looks like she got made up like Patricia Arquette. Just a little bit. But he dies, and he doesn't look like he dies. He just looks like he slowly went to sleep.
Yeah, that's what he looked like. He was just
Like,
going to take a old man nap.
He got stabbed in the chest. They try to explain that he's been around for fucking ever. Right?
Okay.
Somehow partially immortal. He gets stabbed in the chest with whatever, and then he slowly goes to sleep.
He was immortal? Oh, yeah. Well,
Well, because he kind of
Hundreds
explained
of
that he was
years,
around when these other...
That's true.
He's been training the other
I
Slayers.
know, he got taken down pretty easily.
Got taken down real fucking easy.
He killed the other Slayers.
Right? I think so. And I also think that Rutger Hauer just decided to lay out fucking Pee-wee there.
Yeah.
Like Rutger Hauer playing his violin, he's like, you know what? Just let her kill you. Go on. Let her stab you. What? Now? Yeah, you're dead. Okay.
I just find that funny. Like I said, Rutger Hauer calling her a bitch over and over, just the way he says it. I'm not done with you, bitch.
That's the worst insult.
There's no force behind that word, especially with the lisp that the prosthetics, the teeth caused him. Right? It came off as a little flamboyant.
He's old. He's like 50.
He's so Liberace.
So old,
like,
she said. He's so old. He's like 50.
I was thinking more like Jack from Will and Grace.
Oh.
I'm not done with you, bitch.
But we didn't get the, oh my god.
It was close. The oh my god was his clothes. That's like every single thing that he wore, it was like Liberace outfit. Like, wow, the Flash. And the fact that he walked in with a cape and a fucking katana sword at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's another thing I had to bitch about. Like, this goes into the poor stunt choreography. The fact that a katana could break, a full stack of bamboo, but it couldn't cut that one majorette flag.
Well, it also seemed that we are missing one of the big elements from the TV show, is that the vampires and Buffy herself didn't have any real strength. There was no enhanced strength anywhere in this particular movie.
I know. For vampires, they weren't that
She
strong.
had the menstrual radar for some reason, but no enhanced strength.
Yeah.
I have no idea why that was.
I would have liked to seen a montage of working out, you know. Wait, there was a montage.
They had the montage of her training.
Yeah, but she didn't do any weights, did she?
Well, that's just it. All of her, like, if you look at Buffy the show, Sarah Michelle Gellar is small.
I was going to say.
She is really skinny.
Christy Swanson is physically imposing. She's not a small girl at all.
It's like, if you look at Christy Swanson, you could probably compare her, if she had dark hair, to Lucy Lawless as Xena.
Yeah.
Is like body type. like Sarah Michelle Gellar was small, so it's like I think they had to put more emphasis on Sarah Michelle Gellar's Buffy. Then like all of your strength and speed and everything comes from your supernatural abilities as a Slayer.
Like, she's physically fit like you would expect, like a gymnast or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get that from Sarah Michelle Gellar. Sarah Michelle Gellar is small, and they use that trope of the Slayer basically having enhanced strength along with the gifts that she was given to kind of offset that. She wasn't exactly athletic in the TV show.
Yeah.
No, it's like you could tell she got more athletic as the seasons went on. Like, after season 3, it's like, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be completely weird that I do, but it's like, if you look at, like, once she transitioned into college, it's like, okay, we don't need no more push-up bras or all that other stuff, because, like, it's the 2000s, it's like, we don't need your boobs being all the way up here and looking huge to catch the, like, male viewership with. It's like, we've already got it. It's like, we can get away from the padded bras, because, like, if you look at Emma Caulfield, who played Anya, she went braless most of the time, her time on the show. But it's like, in the 90s and stuff, it was all about the push-up bras, because I remember Holly Marie Combs on Charmed, like, in the first 2 episodes of Charmed, she was in a push-up bra, and then she was like, I'm done with that.
Charmed fell into that horrible thing that a lot of TV shows fell into the 90s, where I really feel they were like, you know what, let's turn this down and make it real cold so everybody in the room's high beaming.
Oh my god.
Why is the air conditioning blasting in here? Because the guys are going to watch more. If you just... I don't get it.
You say that, and it's like, I remember this one meme, and it's from Scream, and I only bring it up because Charmed and Rose McGowan.
Right.
And it's like, there's one scene in Scream, it's like she's opened the garage doors before she gets killed, and it's like her high beams are there, and it's like, how excited are you for Halloween? And it's just a picture of Rose McGowan with her high beams. I'm this excited.
There was a lot of an issue with that in Friends, too. Like, the studio must have been freezing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
The studio must have been freezing.
And they even did a whole thing where they were on... Monica was doing karaoke, and she didn't know her shirt was see-through.
Right. That, I mean, if you go back and watch the show, I don't think they did... Nothing happened with Lisa Kudrow because she always wore the long, flowy stuff.
Yeah.
But Monica and Rachel both had a real bad problem with high beaming, and to a lesser extent, on occasion, you caught one of the guys.
They usually had more clothes
was
on.
Phoebe on Friends supposed to be like the hippie or something?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
She was not. Okay. She was not just the hippie, though. She was just like, she was the crazy one.
She was a little more out there first season.
She's supposed to, like, from what I've heard, she's supposed to be like the funny person to watch.
Yeah, her and Joey are my favorites.
Still have their moments.
Joey could just. I'm just like, he could bang.
I mean, I love the sarcasm of Chandler,
and he did
too.
He did a lot of banging.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I saw this picture that said it had Ross and it had a fake beard on him, and he looks really good with a beard. And I was like, if he was on that show with a beard, I think a lot more people would love him.
He looks better now, a little bit older.
Yeah,
I think they all look better.
You wouldn't know who else who has gotten better looking with age? Famke Janssen.
Okay,
I can't picture her nowadays.
Wow, we just stepped way outside of everything we were talking about.
Buffy's like wearing a wedding dress to this
way
dance.
Outside.
She seems a lot more dressy than the other girls.
Yeah, she definitely she went with like full on prom dress, not whatever the hell everybody else is wearing. Like,
and who brings a big old purse to?
Well, if you notice,
well, I mean, you gotta have a stake somewhere.
Everybody else there is wearing something that's really downplayed.
Yeah.
Nobody else went for anything particularly flashy.
It's semi-formal.
Except for the main girls.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. If you even look at Hilary Swank, isn't she wearing some type of like jacket thing over her dress?
Of course.
I think she walked into the room with it slung over her shoulder, though. Like, later,
she's not in the
she
scene
takes
yet.
Luke Perry's jacket to wear.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Hilary Swank's character.
Oh, Hilary Swank is wearing like a purple jacket over hers.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, hers is even played. Like, all of their outfits are played down
because they want her to be the focal point.
Maybe the black girl.
Mm.
Like, everybody else is played down, and she's wearing a push-up dress.
Yeah.
Like she needed it.
A push-up
I love
wedding dress.
Her outfit at prom.
It's practically a wedding dress.
Though.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Buffy?
Buffy, yeah.
But that's way more of a prom dress.
when I looked at it, I was just like, girl, that made your shoulders look way more bigger than they need to be.
Well, that's why they put the jacket on her, and then she looks really badass.
It's because it's like a halter.
I thought her having the jacket on, I was like, nope, that clashes.
Where's Hilary Swank?
Like, nope.
Okay. Hilary Swank, we already passed by her twice.
Just screaming.
Did I not recognize her?
Yeah, no.
Oh, is that Slash? There's Slash.
Something I have to bring up in the movie. Didn't the black, the Valley Girl, didn't she stake one of the vampires and then later was eaten by one?
Yes.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, she pushes Hilary Swank away from the window, doesn't get away from herself even though she knows to stake one.
Right. Well, I mean, it was self-sacrificial.
Right.
It doesn't seem like something she would do.
Yeah, that's a good jacket.
Like, that's so not the set.
Like, is he wearing... Okay, so he basically wore a padded leather jacket for his motorcycle, if I'm not mistaken. That's what that is. Padded leather motorcycle jacket.
And look, now his hair's more slicked back.
Right.
I'm just so glad he shaved off that stupid soul patch.
Yes! Oh my god. Yes.
He looks so much better at the dance. Like, if Luke Perry ever looked like that on 90210, oh my god.
Well, he looked
good already on 90210, but he would have been, like, accelerated in his hotness.
Oh, yeah.
If he had the slicked back hair and that jacket.
Well, he was doing kind of the douchey loner thing in the beginning, where you know how you get that group of loners, like, you think you're better than us? Well, we're better than you. You know, that kind of douchey loner group. That's what he was doing alongside of his buddy. And then, as he slowly fell for her, she fell for him, and then now they're both kind of clean-cut. And for some reason, at the end, both of their hair is slicked back.
Oh, you mean her? She's got the bun.
That's how you know they're serious.
The bun. She's got the bun.
Yes. She has swept back.
You can't be serious with messy hair.
Right.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
She's got one Princess Leia bun at the back of her head. Just one.
No, remember we used to have those fake things that you put your hair around and makes it look like a bigger bun.
They look more like a couple now with both of their hair slicked back. I have no... you do not remember my hair way back when?
Yeah, but you didn't wear buns.
I did not wear buns. I wore ponytails. I did not wear buns.
Yeah. No, they sold these little, like, inserts, like this thing. It was like a donut, and you'd wrap your hair around it. I think I still have some. Yeah.
And in one picture that I have hidden away somewhere, pigtails. So.
You had
pigtails. Just one picture.
Oh, the kiss. Oh, they're kissing. Yuck.
They don't look good kissing. I'll tell you that right now. They don't look... They just like two people that are like uncomfortably mashing their face together. Yeah. Just, okay, I'm going to kiss you, you kiss me.
You turn your head to the left and I'll go to the right.
It was way too procedural. It looked very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, there's Hilary Swank. Oh, I see. She looks like a Mother of the Bride dress. Doesn't she look like she would be the Mother of a Bride? With the little
I was thinking Jewish American princess kind of dress. She had this whole thing going on.
Very old looking.
I did notice that this movie was very whitewashed.
Yeah.
They had a couple of token black characters. One black? We got one Latino guy that comes in at the end here who was just bitten by the vampires, then passes out 2 seconds later. Oh, God.
Oh, my God, I got a little blood.
But it was primarily a whitewashed movie.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which, I hate to say it.
It's a lot of movies then.
It was a Joss thing. There wasn't if you looked at a lot of his projects, outside of maybe Firefly, you did not have a lot of lead characters of any type of ethnicity.
There was only one lead character in one of his shows that was not white, and that would have been Zoe in Firefly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Firefly.
I think she's Afro-Latino.
I thought there was one person in Dollhouse as well.
I didn't watch Dollhouse. I think, wasn't that Eliza Dushku's project?
She's the only one I remember in that.
Lasted like 2 seasons.
I think I watched one episode.
That explains why no one else realizes anybody else in that show.
I appreciated...
Like, a faith show.
I appreciated that show for one thing. So he released the TV show, and he was fairly certain that it wasn't going to get a second season. So when it came out on DVD, he had the ending to that season on the DVD. But he got greenlit for a second season. So in that season, he had to explain away the ending from the first season. He's like, wait, you're giving me a second season? Fuck, how do I talk my way out of this? And so...
You guys want to know... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you want to know something real creepy?
Sure.
So my phone is listening to us because I'm on Google, and I'll look through, like, my Google stories, and the very last one is Luke Perry and the Untold History of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
They're all listening. All our phones are listening.
Our phones listen to us?
Our phone is always listening to us. I just have
so
Ross with a beard
random.
on my phone right now. That's
I
all
know. I
I
was
have.
going to say why you're going to get all kinds of pop-ups now.
Ross with a beard, yeah.
Ross with a beard.
Well, like...
What'd you say? I'm not...
I mean,
what about the
my
90s?
story yesterday.
In the 90s.
So I don't know.
Had a beard trend. Oh.
Yeah, he does
Like,
look
what are
better
the
with
odds?
a beard. He does.
Yeah.
Though I don't think that his character... I honestly don't think his character would have been likable the way that they played it in the TV show if he had a beard.
No,
I really don't.
He looks more like an evil Ross.
Like, he looks like the Ross that Rachel ends up dating. Like that... Russ.
Yeah, and I really thought they found an actor that looked just like him.
Right?
It was him.
It reminds me of the evil doppelganger.
I love Ross as a character. Like, the more
Is that
the
Alexis
series goes
Arquette?
on,
Oh, wow. I would have
the more I
not
like
recognized her.
From what I've read, they said Ross was like a toxic character in retrospect.
Oh, yeah, totally.
No, it's because people love Jennifer Aniston. That's
I don't-
why
He
they
was
say that.
horrible to her.
I don't think that Ross was a toxic character. I just think they showed a lot of toxic dynamics between the two of them.
Yeah.
They both did toxic things
Him a little more than her.
to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm gonna have to
now...
watch it and make
He
my
was
own
always
decisions.
jealous
Like,
of that
just like,
guy
did
she
he
worked
do
with.
More?
Like, they were on a break.
Oh, it
And-
wasn't a break.
It's funny
It was a
because I just
fight.
saw a meme with them, and I haven't even watched the show yet. And it's like, we were on a break.
Oh my god.
Literally, mind you, they took a break, and then
But it was
shortly
like a fight.
thereafter, she came back to say, "No, I don't want to do that."
Yeah, well, it was
Yeah.
a fight. It wasn't. They shouldn't have said break, but it was. When I was married, that we did the same thing. I had a fight. I don't think we ever said break. And I went to my mom's for the night, and he was already looking for girls online. He said, "I thought you weren't coming back. I thought it was over." I'm like, "What?"
Wait, you waited 12 days? No, 12 hours.
No,
Wow.
12 minutes. Yeah,
12
I think I
minutes.
was right out the door. He was
12 days, 12 hours. Oh, no, 12
I'm
minutes.
like, no, I mean, for one thing, if you were on a break, I mean, he didn't waste any fucking time.
Well, the
Ross,
thing is
you
that
didn't.
his friends made him go out.
Yeah.
She said they were on a break. You know, what is a guy to do? That's what a guy's response would be.
I
Girls
mean,
wallow,
give it a little bit, you know?
You know.
Don't waste any
But I
time.
think
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people love her character so much that they just can't get over Ross cheating on her.
Yeah.
But he didn't cheat. They weren't
Yeah.
together.
I think there's one thing I'm looking
Like-
forward to with this TV show when we start watching it is that the Monica bangs
Monica
that
Bang.
ended up later in.
Oh, the baby.
That sounds like a funny.
Monica Bang. It did sound like
the
Bing.
bangs that she ended up with, like I think in Scream. I meant Scream 3.
Oh, the
The
bangs.
bangs
I
are
thought you were
just
talking
right
about when the
here.
baby says Monica Bang.
Monica Bang.
Yeah,
No,
he
I
predicted
didn't know
it.
that was a thing. I was talking about the bangs she was wearing on her fringe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But it's like, because then later it ended up on Phoebe in season 4 or 5, I think 4 of Charmed. I'm just like, what is up with the people in these really, really short ass bangs?
They were horrible.
So, see, we're getting to the point where we're going to start wrapping things up here.
Yeah.
I'm going to
My
mention
kid's
one
already at
thing,
home.
and then we're going to go into the closing stuff here. I did not realize, now that I've got it playing in the background, I did not realize that Paul Rubin's character was essentially taken out by an unsharpened ruler.
Exactly. And
An
how
unsharpened
come
ruler.
it's taken him so long to die?
Oh, because he improvised his death scene. He didn't just want to die. He improvised the whole thing. And then he's just kicking. All right. So,
Then he stops, looks at Buffy.
starting with starting with
Why does he
on
say
his
your first real
deathbed,
kill? Didn't she
I'm
already
gonna be
kill
really
other
mad.
vampires?
what?
He said your first real kill.
Yeah, she's already killed several things.
I know. Why did he say that?
I have no idea.
That's not her first
Because
real
he's stupid.
kill.
Your first real
I
kill.
caught
What was this
that.
from
I
the
was like,
beginning?
no, what about all the other ones?
No, there's several
It's like
people.
at least a dozen.
It's real because it's one of his minions.
Oh, okay.
And
That was
you know
real.
what?
The
Maybe
other
we
ones
shouldn't
didn't
call her
count.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We should call her Buffy the Wiener Splitter.
Yeah, you ruined my hot dog.
Buffy the Wiener Slayer.
And I love how when you push somebody...
No.
He pushes them into the electrical box and immediately
She's
electrocutes
not
them.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's Buffy the Oscar Mayer Falayer. Or Oscar Mayer Falayer.
My hot dog has a first name.
Okay, starting with Sarah, we're going to go around here. We're going to do two quick things. Number 1, best and worst performances. Number 2, out of 11, what would you rate the film?
Out of 11.
Ooh. Best performance goes to Pee Wee Herman.
Yes.
Pee Wee Herman. Okay, Pee Wee Herman, best performance.
And worst performance is Hilary Skank.
Hilary Skank. Okay, so worst performance, Hilary Skank. All right. Piper?
She didn't rate the movie yet.
Oh, you did not rate the movie. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me move back. We're doing the Spinal Tap scale. Turn it up to 11. Out of 11, what would you rate this film?
I would give it a 7 out of 11.
7 out of 11. 7-11. Okay, good.
All right. Best performance, Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens, okay.
Worst performance, Christy Swanson.
Oh.
Oh.
I wouldn't
I'm
call her
sorry.
the worst performance in this film. There's so many people to pick
would.
from.
I wouldn't even give it to Hilary Swank because as a Valley Girl, she did her job.
Detention.
But-
Detention.
We're at that
But
scene.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally giving worst performance to Christy Swanson as the titular title character. She underperformed.
Okay.
But and as a whole for the movie, I give it a 2.
Ooh.
A 2?
That's the lowest rating I've given it. I gave
Wow.
Shock Treatment a better rating than this movie.
I think she's doing that because of her love for the TV show.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like I said, the title character of Buffy is she's supposed to be the typical blonde you would see in a horror movie turned heroine type thing. But it's when the performance just wasn't there for me.
Okay.
I did not like this version of Buffy at all.
Mind you, if this Buffy didn't exist, your Buffy probably wouldn't exist.
Oh.
Can I ask?
That's a fair point.
Piper,
but still.
when did you see this movie for the first time?
Probably in 99.
So you'd already seen the regular Buffy then?
I've seen a few episodes of Buffy. I didn't get to watch Buffy in its full run until it started coming out in DVDs in in its later run, in 2002.
See, so that's what I think the difference is, because that's how I feel about The Princess Bride. I know a lot of people love it. I hated The Princess Bride.
I'm not a fan of The Princess Bride.
But I didn't see it until I was already graduating from high school. And all the people that I know that love it saw it when they were a kid. And I think it depends on when you see it, when you like this movie.
Yeah.
Because I saw this
possibility.
when it originally came out.
Yeah.
See, and maybe if I had seen it when it originally came out, maybe I would have loved it and all the nostalgia it would bring. But I didn't see it until the late 90s, early 2000s when it was on HBO on a run, running every single day or every single weekend, HBO used to do on all the shows.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And Farah.
Okay, really quick. I already forgot what I was going to say.
Best and worst performances.
First, I'm just going to skip ahead. I'd give it a 5. I saw it when I was 13 or 14 when it came out.
Okay.
And I thought it was, then I probably would have given it an 11. I thought it was, she's kick ass, And then nothing holds up from your childhood,
No,
it doesn't. But just seeing it now compared to movies of the last few years, it's, But back then, I'd give it an 11. Now, a 4 or 5.
Okay.
And Paul Rubens, as he said. And the worst, I don't know if it's just because I don't like him, but David Arquette just...
Worst performance, David Arquette. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we'll go through my rating very quickly. So I would probably hover around 7 for this film. And that's just nostalgic value. I've watched this movie a few times. I still got quite a few laughs out of it. Even if some of the laughs were because of the bad acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
As for best and worst performances, I'm going to agree with Sarah. Hilary Swank, definitely worst performance. I didn't like her at all. I get that some of the funny here was just the fucking faces that she made throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
But even though she played the Valley Girl thing to perfection, it was just off-putting enough that I couldn't get behind it. Personally, best performance for me, and this is just because I love this actor, Stephen Root. The guy that played the principal.
That would have been my second.
Throughout the entire film.
I mean, I'm a big fan of, Office Space, King of the Hill.
Just when they all came into when Rutger Hauer comes in the scene. That's definitely not a student. Oh, well, no shit.
Yeah.
Detention.
Quick question. How did Rutger Hauer get into the dance if he wasn't a senior who was invited?
I have no idea.
Somebody must have invited him.
He came through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Just drawing the sword. And, all right. That's it. My best, worst performance. Everybody's got their rating in. It looks like overall, with the 2 that you gave out, the 5 that you gave out, the 7 that we both gave out, we're probably hovering around a 5 overall for this film as a group. Which seems about right.
But back then, it was better. I think it's
like a 4.
Yeah.
You lowered this. You lowered this enough that your rating is lower than Spooky's for this film.
My rating is lower than the one I gave for Shock Treatment.
Yeah. I mean, all the films that we've rated, this is the lowest. So we just started using the turn it up to 11 scale, like 7-8 movies ago?
Well, hopefully the next one's better.
Yeah.
What's this one that's popping up?
That has nothing to do with anything. That's
Mannequin.
That's Mannequin.
No, I know.
We're not
I'd like
watching
to know what they would
I love that
say
movie.
because you
Andrew
like
Shue.
this. You're like,
And
yes.
Christy Swanson was the mannequin in the second movie.
Yes, she was.
Oh.
Yes, she was.
I only remember what's her name.
Horrible movie. Horrible movie.
Really? I like the first one.
I forgot about Christy Swanson in that movie. Oh my god.
The first one was good, like with Kim Cattrall.
Yes. Kim Cattrall.
That's who it was, yeah.
But she was amazing in the 80s.
Yeah.
She had a lot of great stuff in the 80s.
Yeah.
Didn't she play Lassie in Porky's?
Yes, she did. I also liked, if you're rolling over the credits at the very end when they cut to Hilary Swank, the only part of the movie that I liked of hers is after she got knocked senseless and she does this whole prom acceptance speech. Or no, Miss America acceptance speech.
Oh, who? Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank. She's just completely out of it.
She's got it, yeah.
Talking to the reporter like, I will definitely fulfill my duties as Miss America. Thank you.
And that reporter is pretty old for being a news reporter back then.
She looked like Madeleine Albright. That reporter. She was that old.
Was she somebody's aunt or something? Is that why they cast her?
We have nobody else. Grandma, go. Just take the microphone. This is definitely a local reporter. Because there's no other California reporters that look like somebody's grandma coming out of Florida.
Right, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just dying. Grandma, go! Nobody else showed up.
Grandma, go! Everybody else, they're all dead.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see what the vampires were doing outside of the dance.
Joan Rivers would have been good.
Joan Rivers is that one?
Yeah, as the reporter. That would have, she just popped into my mind.
Actually, if we're going by the 90s...
Joan Rivers wouldn't have...
What's her name?
Rivers wouldn't have been allowed. She would have gave an R rating to this film.
Yeah.
She looks a little like Dr. Ruth from back in the 80s and 90s, the sex therapist.
Not even as short as Dr. Ruth. God, Dr.
Sue
Ruth
Johnson,
was about 4
that was her
feet.
name.
Who?
What?
Talk Sex with Sue Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for showing up to tolerate what everybody rated very low for this movie.
And it's so nice to meet both of you.
And to,
fine ladies.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes.
It's nice to meet both of y'all, too.
And Piper finally got to be on a podcast with Sarah.
I know. It's like every time that she's been on that I was supposed to be on or whatever, it's like I had a schedule conflict.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure out how to work around some of those the next time.
Yeah, we're all busy.
And we need to find a new way to go out on this podcast. We've been doing the thirsty bitches thing for a while now.
We may not have to, though.
We may not have to.
Have you been talking to Nico?
Yes, but we have to kind of come up with a unique way to do things when she's not around.
Fair point.
It doesn't sound the same coming out of my mouth. It doesn't.
What is it? What does she say?
Drink some water, you thirsty bitches.
Oh.
Drink some water, you thirsty bitches. I can't.
Hydrate or
The way you just did it just
dihydrate.
sounded creeper. Like
My
New
drag
York
queen
creeper.
friend says,
Drink some water,
hydrate
you
or
thirsty bitches.
dihydrate.
Just.
Or you know what? It sounded like Jack from Will and Grace.
Excuse me.
Drink some water, you thirsty bitches.
Excuse me, thirsty bitches. I have some water. You want to drink? Just.
Eat
Oh,
some
that's
popcorn,
wonderful.
you
That's
hungry
wonderful.
movie animals.
There we go.
You filthy animals.
Drink some
Merry
water, you
Christmas,
filthy
you
animals.
Filthy animal. And Happy New Year.